Oh, I thought that was a snag. Holy smokes, I thought that was a snag. What did we just hook it to? Monster fish, monster fish, monster fish. Oh my gosh, no way, no way, no way. I cannot believe this right now. I cannot believe what's on the end of our line. What's going on, everybody? Nick from 618 Fishing here, and welcome back to another fishing adventure. I am very excited for today's episode because we are heading to one of my absolute favorite spillways that I have ever found. I've caught some epic fish from beneath its surface, but on my last trip out there, I found nothing but death. The banks of the spillway were lined with hundreds upon hundreds of dead fish, so I am very curious to see if there is anything still living beneath its surface. So the goal for today is to drop a camera down inside the spillway to see what we can find.
All the bullets that we're dodging, hide the bones in the garden, never beg for a pardon.
I've just made it to the spillway and it looks completely different than what it did the last time I was out here. And I'm not talking about the snow. The water level itself has risen a few feet. All of the dead fish that were lining the bank seems to have washed downstream. This looks a whole lot more promising. I cannot wait to start our underwater investigation. I plan on dropping this action camera down to the bottom of that spillway right there. I did this in the past with a different action camera. I was hoping to see the footage live on my phone via remote control, but as soon as my last action camera hit the water, it totally cut the signal and I was not able to watch that footage until later. So I'm hoping this one right here stays connected with my phone so we can get a live feed of what is actually hiding beneath the surface. But the first thing we need to do is rig this up with some lighting because it will be dark down there, and attach it to some strong fishing line because I do not want to lose it. I brought some duct tape, zip ties, and some 80-pound test fishing line. Let's rig this thing up and send it down there. And here is what I came up with. I hope this thing does not get lost at the depths because it was very expensive. Okay, I've got the camera connected. Let's see if it stays connected once it goes beneath the surface of the water. I'm gonna turn this flashlight on as bright as it goes, which is actually 1,000 lumens. All right, let's send it down there. Just as I feared, as soon as it hit the water, it disconnected from my phone. Dang it. All right, we've reached the bottom. I'm gonna hover it right here and see if there's anything hiding. Now we are directly in the middle of the spillway. This is a little slack water spot. It should be where some fish are hanging out. I wish I could see it on the camera, but we're just gonna have to wait. Let's go ahead and hop on the other side of the spillway. I think the last time I sent a camera down to this spillway, I found a lot more fish on this side. I think I've scanned most of this spillway. I wish I could see these results real time. Well, let's go ahead and check it out on the built-in screen on the action camera itself. There are a ton of fish on the other side of the spillway. I'm seeing a lot of shad, but I'm also seeing some pretty decent sized crappie. No way, I think I just saw a hybrid or white bass of some sort. Okay, I'm a little bit too excited. I need to send some baits down there. I can't really tell what most of these fish are or how big they are, but I am seeing some noticeable species. I cannot wait to see if we can catch one. There were quite a few fish, a surprising amount of fish actually on this side of the spillway. So I'm gonna toss a lure down right where I saw those fish and see if I can catch some. Here we go. Although most of the dead fish have been swept downstream, there is still evidence that something happened here. And right here in front of me, there are a couple carcasses. This one right here almost looks like it could be a paddlefish. Dang, that is crazy. That was definitely a paddlefish. So unfortunate. It turns out that the Army Corps of Engineers drained this spillway a couple weeks before I visited it to do some repairs on the spillway gates. So that's why all the fish were dead. Now the question is, have any new fish come to this spillway? There we go, fish on. Oh, no way. Our first fish is a foul-hooked shad. Let's send out a piece of shad on this Carolina rig to see if there are any bigger predators hiding outside of the spillway. All right, guys, something actually has this bait. I can hardly believe it. There we go, fish on. No way, we're actually able to catch a fish out of the spillway. It is a small yellow bass. These don't get very big. I will take it. See you later, buddy. Although I saw some fish with my underwater camera, this spot appears to be a mere shadow of what it once was. It used to be teeming with life. I caught some epic fish from beneath its surface, and the remnants of those fish are still here, mainly that dead paddlefish. Now, as much as it pains me to say, I think if we're gonna have some luck today, we're gonna have to go to a different spot. It was not easy getting to this spot right here. It was actually quite exhausting, but we have finally made it to where the main spillway empties into the river. Let's toss some baits out there and hopefully catch a big fish. Oh, I thought that was a snag. Holy smokes, I thought that was a snag. What? What did we just hook it to? Monster fish, monster fish, monster fish. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to chase him. He's swimming down the river. I literally thought I hooked a rock and then it just started taking out line and it has not stopped. This is a monstrous fish. I really hope we get to see what it is. We are making a little bit of progress getting some line back, but this is a very heavy fish and he is still all the way on the other side of the river. He has taken all the progress back. Dang. This is one of the most powerful freshwater fish that I have ever hooked into. This is absolutely wild. I'm way outgunned. I'm not using small tackle by any means, but this dude is on another level. I'm gonna have to chase this fish. There's no way I'm gonna get him back upriver. Oh man, where is this guy? What in the world is that? There's a big fish at the surface out there. I think that's what I'm hooked into. I'm still not sure what this is on the end of our line, but I think we're about to find out. Please, please, please stay on. Oh my gosh. No way. No way. No way. I cannot believe this right now. I cannot believe what's on the end of our line. Oh, easy, buddy. Easy. We need to get this guy in the net. I don't even think he's gonna fit in our net. It's a giant. It's a giant. It's a giant. Oh my gosh, you guys. He's not gonna fit in the net. How are we gonna land this fish? It's a monster paddlefish. It's a monster paddlefish. Holy smokes, you guys. This is by far the biggest paddlefish I have ever caught and one of the largest freshwater fish I have ever landed. What a beast. What a absolutely crazy looking species of fish. It almost looks like a freshwater shark. Such a cool fish. Let's send him on his way. See you later, buddy. Yes, back to the depths he goes. I cannot believe what just happened. What started out as me thinking I ran into a rock ended up being one of the most epic fish that I have ever landed. Paddlefish are actually filter feeders, so they do not eat bait or take lures. I happened to run into that guy. He was hanging out on the bottom of the river. We got him to the bank. We took a couple close-ups and sent him on his way. He swam off really strong, which was awesome. But it is really nice seeing that fish up close, especially since I just saw a dead one moments earlier. I'm gonna remember that fish for a very, very, very long time. I don't know how I'm going to carry on after catching an epic fish like that, but let's try and top it. The sun is setting. It's gonna get dark here very quickly. I've got a long hike back to the truck and an even longer drive back home, so I need to go ahead and call it. What an epic day. What started as me doing some underwater exploring at my once favorite spillway to finding a dead paddlefish on its bank, then coming to the second spot and catching by far the largest paddlefish that I have ever landed. I'm gonna remember this day for a very, very long time. So needless to say, I had a ton of fun. If you guys enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you left a thumbs up, possibly think about subscribing if you haven't. I will catch you guys on the next one. So I'm hoping this one right here stays connected with my phone so we can get a live feed of what is actually hiding beneath the surface. All right, let's send it down there. As soon as it hit the water, it disconnected from my phone.